In this video, basically, I'm just going to go over a rough overview of all my Kamen Rider action figures that I have so far. This idea was recommended to me by a pal of mine, Magnac, on YouTube. So yeah, I thought it was neat, but I didn't think I had like a massive collection to show off. So I kind of put off the idea for a while, but I think I got like a decent sized collection now that I can properly show off my collection without it just being like 5 figures. So yeah, this is what this video is basically about. I guess I'm going to start off with my least favorite SH figure arts or Kamen Rider figure, and it's this one, Kamen Rider X8 level 5 gamer, Hunter Action Gamer. Yeah, I still got the box, so I just read off of there, but goddamn, this figure is pretty fucking mid if I do say so myself. The sculpting is not bad. Like, as you can see, mine had like stickers. I don't think the original came with this sticker. I don't know. I kind of don't want to peel it off. But I got this guy for like, I must say roughly 30 to 40 bucks. And for some fucking reason, I bought it. I'm not even that big of a fan of X8 or this form, because this form, it's gotta be the worst looking form of X8. Like, if you ask somebody what's their favorite X8 form, this would not be on the list. This is the most forgettable like X8 form ever, and it only appeared in like 5 episodes too, so that's even better. I mean, it was relevant in an arc, but like not that much. I don't think it was like ever seen after that arc, to be honest. Like, this form I mostly associated with Laser than fucking X8. It's a fucking clunky piece of mess. These wing pieces like to fall off like every fucking time I move this figure. So yeah, that's what I'll rate my least favorite. He's not bad. It's just, why did I buy him? That's that's my biggest gripe, that I bought this guy for no reason, because he's not even that much of a figure. His posing is clunky and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this unless you're like a super X8 fan. But yeah, okay, I realized I spent 3 minutes talking about one figure, so I think I should like shut the fuck up and like kind of speed it along. So I'm basically just gonna talk really fast, basically. So enough talking, and let's get into the figure. And my second least favorite is Alternative. This one is Alternative 0, and I got this in a Ryuki lot, and it came with 2 alternatives. I thought this was Alternative 0 and the normal alternative, but they're both Alternative 0. So my eyes deceived me basically when I bought the lot. But these figures, they're not bad. Like, I just don't give a fuck about the character, you know what I'm saying? Like, the posing is not bad. It comes with lots of hands, like, and I mean a lot of hands. Although, let me find all the hands. With 2 of them combined, they have a lot of hands, to be honest, that I'm not really going to use. And my major gripe about this figure is the proportions are super off. Right now, you may be looking at him and be like, oh, he's not that bad looking so far. And to that, yeah, he's not sculpted bad. It's just that they scaled him so short. Like, if I bring a Ryuki figure, okay, this is Verde or Camo if you're like the Dragon Knight stuff. These figures do not scale particularly well. Like, he is noticeably super fucking short, which is so disappointing, because this guy's kind of like a bad guy, and you don't want your bad guy to be a short. He's just super short. Like, I had them standing side by side, and I mean, it kind of works. This guy does not like to fucking stand. But it works, I guess you can say, if you're not too distracted by it, but it just throws off the entire look when you have this guy hanging out with the other Ryuki figures. So yeah, that's basically my biggest gripe about it. But he does come with this nice, like his sword, and the original lot still had the original cards still in the bag. I opened the other one, so I'm not going to grab the other one. I was thinking about selling this guy off, but like, I don't think anybody wants this figure, so I'm gonna just let him chill on my shelf. Maybe I can use these guys as like grunts or something, because if you are a massive fucking nerd like me, the SIC Ryuki saga or whatever you call it had like an army of alternatives, but there weren't alternative zero. So maybe I can just get a pass and just use these as basic grunts, but for now it's gonna stay on my shelf. Okay, my next figure that I don't particularly like is this Fam, or I don't know how do you pronounce her name. Fam, fucking Fo. There's a lot of pronunciation for her name, and I just don't want to get into it now, so I'm just going to call her Fam because it's funny to me. I mean, surface level she's a pretty nice figure, though the belt may be a little bit big, but it fits with the others. Like, my gripe is the same with Alternative Zero, is that they scaled her pretty terribly. They made her super short. I know she's like, they scaled her short because she's like a woman or whatever, but like, if you've seen her in the show, she was not that short, and she has a problem with standing up. I just don't like how they made her super short. And like, hold up, let me bring a more stable figure. Here's Guy. And she just falls down. Like, together they don't look bad, but this height difference is just ridiculous. I wish she was, a little bit taller, It's not a big deal, but when you compare her to newer SH figure arts, yeah, she is short. To prove my example, let's bring Revi, and Jesus Christ, they do not look like they're from the same same fucking toy line. This is what like roughly 10 years of difference looks like. So yeah, maybe if she was a little bit taller, she would probably scale better. But yeah, she's not a bad figure, don't get me wrong. She's okay. But my main gripe is the scale and her fucking legs. The way they sculpted her legs and in the back part is that when they sculpted it, they left no room for motion, so she can't really stand still without looking like an alien. Like, you have to just kind of make her crouch a little bit to make her stand well. And sometimes she would just like to fall forward because her feet literally cannot support her weight. There's barely any metal besides that metal rod. Like, the Ryuki figures were notorious for having die-cast metal, but I don't think this figure has some because, it's not cold. And it's just clunky. And this fucking cape, I swear to God, whoever thought making a plastic cape was a good idea can go hang themselves, because this is just a clunky piece of shit. And these two pegs or whatever is for like two interchangeable like cloth pieces, but I wish they went in the route of Figma where they had like a cloth piece, but I heard the cloth piece of the Figma was not that good either. So fam, be done dirty with these fucking figures. And yeah, if you stand her still, it gives her a weird proportion. Like, she can't really stand still without looking weird. And this is how the plastic cape droops. It's not really that good. And it's fucking very heavy for the figure. Like, the figure already has small feet, so it won't really balance it. So yeah, it's kind of disappointing. So yeah, not a bad figure, but just major flaws that just does the figure dirty, man. Alright, now I'm just gonna go through figures that I don't really hate. These are just figures I have in my collection. I only hated like 3 of them, and I just showed them. So, okay, so I'm just gonna go into like rough review of all my figures now. Getting out the shitty figures out of the way. And this is Verde. As you can see, he's missing his armor pieces because I bought this from a Ryuki lot, and he was missing one of them. But I kind of dropped this figure and the other one came off and I can never find it. So he's kind of just chilling, I guess. And an interesting part of this figure is that these butterfly joint pieces are glow in the dark, and so is his belt. I don't know why, but they made this part glow in the dark. See? If I just have a simple black light, and they made the tip of his card deck glow in the dark for some odd reason, and this his Oh shit, where did that shit go? What do you call this? Oh my god, I can't remember what these are called. But this glows in the dark too. Yeah, so that's really interesting that they made this guy have glow in the dark pieces, even though it's not really relevant to the character. I mean, I think it's just maybe the plastic they used that it glows. Oh yeah, and this figure has a major problem with his like hinges on his feet got loose over time, so he doesn't do a good job of standing still. If you breathe on this figure wrong, he will probably fall down like Michael Jackson. So yeah, not a bad figure. I just wish I had the armor pieces still, but yeah. Next figure is Raya. This gotta be one of my most favorite figure of my collection because he's just really fun to mess around. Like, I can't even lie. Like, these are pretty clunky, but they get out of the way easily. It lets you do major poses and stuff like that. His whip is also articulated with a ball joint, and a ball joint at the tail here. And his ponytail is also ball jointed. One ball joint here and one here. So it gives a nice range of motion, and I just love how they did the helmet. They still added like this eyeliner, I guess you can say, to the helmet. And he's just a really nice figure, and like I really like how the SH Figure Arts made these their thingy, whatever you call it, work. So that's just a really nice touch. And this figure all around is super fun to play with. If you can't find this guy for a good price, you should definitely pick this up because this is just a fantastic figure. Alright, and another one, Kamen Rider Guy. This figure, I have no gripes with it. It's just, this is kind of loose. Maybe it's because the age of the figure. And mine back part, as you can see, comes off when you slide this up. Maybe it's only my copy that does that. And I wish this this figure hold this like sword better. Oh yeah, as you can see, paint scrape, not from me because I bought this guy from a lot. And yeah, there's a lot of paint scuffs. I mean, if you have a Gundam marker, you can just paint it over, but I don't have one on me currently, so this guy just had to be scuffed up like this. But yeah, this guy's actually a nice figure. He has a good range of motion, even though he has this collar piece that hinders it. The gripe I may have with this figure is that his head looks kind of small, but like not really, to be honest. But you get used to it, so. I do wish these were on ball joints, but these are on hinges, so that's neat. But this guy is fun to mess around with too, so yeah. Kamen Rider Naki. This figure is actually pretty fucking dope. I kind of do wish this was kind of like have wire in it so it can bend and stay in place, but it's just rubber, so yeah. And this can be taken off to interchange the claw pieces. The progress keys aren't printed or don't have stickers with them, but this is just a nice figure all around. Like, I have no gripes with it. It's just really nice. I got rubber pieces on the back. The only con of this figure is when you take off the hands, the gauntlets fall off. That's pretty annoying, but it's not that bad. And sometimes the paint can break off of here. As you can see, the black speck over there. It's hard to clean because this is just rubber, and dust just loves to stick on like rubber parts and stuff like that. But this is not a bad figure. Honestly, I fucking love this figure. It's really nice, articulated. Oh yeah, that's one of the black scuffs. Can't do nothing. You can't really do nothing about it besides painting it. So yeah, Kamen Rider Naki is a fantastic figure. And another favorite of mine is Kamen Rider Eden. This guy is just a fantastic figure all around. Like, he's just fun to pose around. Like, these are also on ball joints, so you can get a nice rotation. Though it kind of looks weird. But yeah, the biggest con of this figure is he can't really glow in the dark. And I worry that his I don't know what you call these, fins or whatever, can break off, because they're very thin and kind of brittle. I haven't broke these yet, but I will literally cry if I fucking broke these. So yeah, it's a nice figure all around. The only thing that glows is his fucking belt. Yeah, good figure, just he doesn't glow in the dark, so that's kind of sad. Alright, however you say her name, Kamen Rider 02. This is a nice figure, though I wish she was kind of taller. Let's have a 01 figure for scale. I mean, if I recall in the movie, she wasn't that short. Maybe like this height, maybe? But she wasn't this short. And this glows in the dark too. Her armor parts glows in the dark, which is really fucking neat. So they were able to do it for but not Eden or the other glow in the dark figures, I guess. But yeah, it's a really nice figure, and I own 2 copies of this figure. This one I got from a lot. It comes with everything, and another one that's missing the shoulder pads and progress key. I was gonna repair this and maybe sell it again, but like, honestly, I think it's just more hassle than it's worth. But yeah, for now I just have it in the plastic casing. If you want this figure, just ask and I'll probably sell it. Alright, Hell Rising Hopper. This is actually a nice repaint. I really love it. And oh yeah, the thing I love about the 01 belts is you can see the Progress Keys logo. But this one, oh yeah, I thought it was hard to take off, but nope, never mind. Yeah, fuck. Can I get it on? Like, my biggest gripe is this is like a kind of berserk form. So I wish they gave him like grabbing hands or some shit. But they only gave him like pointing hands. Like, he never pointed at anything while in this form. So that's neat, I guess. But the sculpting and paint on this figure is really nice. You can see there's dust caught up in the carbon fiber texture, which is pretty annoying and it's hard to get rid of. And this notorious for getting fucking paint scrape off. Like, oof. Like, move the hip once and it kind of scraped off the paint there. So yeah, I probably have to go over this guy with one of those red Gundam markers. But here's the next figure. I think his name was Keteros or some shit, because he was from the Godspeed movie of Kabuto. He's kind of forgettable. He's just like a basic Kamen Rider movie exclusive rider. But I love to have like them kind of movie riders in my collection. I don't know, I just like collecting like really unknown Kamen Riders. But yeah, one thing I hate about this figure is these Kabuto figures are notorious for having like very gummy legs, because it's supposed to look like this, you know, straight all around. Then this one kind of like curved a bit. So yeah, maybe if you heat it up a bit, you maybe can form it back, but I don't know. But this is a really nice figure. I can't really judge. Comes with a nice dagger accessory. His Zector can be moved around and taken off. And yeah, I just wish I had the other two, the silver and gold one, to complete the trio. But yeah, it's a nice figure. I can't really complain. Alright, these are bootlegs. Bootleg Kamen Rider Attack and bootleg Dark Kabuto. I did a review of this guy on my channel already, so I'm not going to talk about him much. But this attack is actually a decent bootleg, I guess you can say, for what it is. Like, I had to repaint this shoulder pad because it was kind of fading a little bit. The blue is fading a bit here too, so that's neat. Oh yeah, and this kind of one of his, I think it was this horn kind of popped off, so I had to glue it back. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The articulation, it's not bad either. And this one thing I hate is that these don't like to stay in the hands forever. Oh yeah, this is also supposed to be painted gold, but they painted it silver. But on this hands, they painted it gold. So I guess the child slaves fucked up on that one, I guess. Oh my god, that was fucked up. Holy shit. Alright, but this figure is not bad, not bad. But yeah, I also had like a bootleg Kabuto, but that dude's kind of scrapped for parts now, so I'm not bringing him out. But yeah, this is a really nice figure. I really do enjoy it. I mean, got nothing really much to say about this. It's a nice bootleg. Most of my thoughts are on the review I already did. I'll just probably link it when I'm done editing this video. So yeah, that's basically it. Nice bootleg all around, nice articulations. This is like excess plastic that you can just cut off with like a one of them clippers. So yeah, G Den O from that one movie. What can I say? I love collecting obscure riders, I guess. But yeah, this one's I got this guy for an actual good price. I think it was like 25 bucks or something like that. And he comes with a decent size accessories. He even comes with this police baton, I guess you can say. I don't know why it's supposed to be like a sword baton. But I mainly have him with his gun. It's kind of big, but it's alright, I guess. I thought it was literally just a copy of Gunform's blaster, but I'm actually wrong if I have Gunform right here. It actually is different, so that's really neat. I never noticed a difference between these two weapons. Yeah, but this is a nice figure all around. I really love the blue and red visor. As you can see, Eve is sculpted nicely. But yeah, I really love this Kamen Rider. Even though he appeared in only one movie and his character was kind of meh, I still just love the design of this. So yeah, this is one of my favorites too in my collection. And here is New Den O. And oh boy, I really do love this figure. I think I got this one for a decent price. I think I got it for like 30 bucks. It's not that bad. Sometimes this figure goes for like 50, so I think I got a good deal on that. But the one thing I don't really like about this figure is that, like, over time, this figure is old. This was like released in 2009. I would like to say 2009, maybe 2010, 11. And this is over time, the vibrant red just fades over time, and it's kind of sad. But other than that, this is a nice figure, and as you can see, Teddy, his mouth can move too. Oh wait, hold on, let me just take it off so I can show you better. All right, you move it by the head. So yeah, you can make him talk if you're doing like stop motion and stuff like that. So yeah, this figure is just all around nice, and I love this Kamen Rider because like that movie where he appeared with Kamen Rider O's was like one of my childhood favorite movies to watch. So yeah, this guy has a special place in my heart, and I'm just glad that I have this guy in my collection. Kamen Rider Den-O Gunform. I really love the purple on this guy. It's super vibrant and super lovely. And I really love how they made the orbs like this really shiny. This guy has the same gripe I have with Eden, which is like these parts I'm afraid that it will break apart. But this guy is just really nice. This is the Shinkocho Seiho Beno. I hope I pronounced that right, but the English translation is True Bone Carving Method. So yeah, I just really love how nice this figure is. Like, yeah, it's really fucking nice. I don't really have anything else to say. I got this in a lot with my other Den-O figures, so I'm just happy to have this guy in my collection. Next one is Kamen Rider Den-O Rod Form. Same thing I have to say, it's like basically on the same body as Sword Form, but just different armor pieces. It's just really nice. I mean, the blue color is really nice. Like, I don't have any gripes with these figures. Like, these Den-O figures are just, they threw it out of the park. I really can't complain. But one thing is these like weapon holding things likes to fall apart, so I had to super glue that in because it was super loose and it likes to fall apart on me. So yeah, and his weapon is super duper long. I don't know if I can fit this in frame, but yeah, his spear is nicely painted too, and it can kind of separate into 3 parts if I'm not wrong. So yeah, 3 parts. So yeah, I just love this figure. Next is Axe Form. Same thing about the other figures. I like this guy too, but my biggest gripe is this kind of, over time, it gets like his axe gets bendy, and as you can see, it's not straight. It kind of bends to the right a little bit, so I'm kind of worried that might break off over time. But other than that, this guy is phenomenal. I just love this guy all around. Same thing as the other Den-O forms. Just nice to have him. And you know, you gotta save the best for last, the Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider Den-O. When I bought this in a figure lot, his antenna came in broken due to the way it was shipped. It kind of just broke, but I was able to fix it with super glue, so that's nice. Thank God I was able to fix it, because man, this is a beautiful figure, man. Nicely painted all around. Like, just look at it. As you can see, mine's suffering from paint scuff because of the previous seller that I got it from. Like, love playing with it, I guess, because it has a lot of paint scuff. But yeah, with this figure, it's just super detailed. Like, I really can't complain. I bought all of these in a lot together for a good price, actually, for $70 for all of these guys. And they retail, I mean, if you go on eBay and stuff like that, these guys are like $50 individually, except for Blades, because Blades is actually kind of cheap. He's like $20 if you can find him a good deal, sometimes even cheaper. But he usually retails for $30 to $20, while these guys are like $50 to $60. As you can see, mine has the stickers on their Wonder Ride books. I don't have really much to say about these guys. Like, Blades, my only complaint is how faded the white looks on the black parts. As you can see, the white is chipping off, which is super annoying because this guy is actually a nice figure. But Spada, oh my god, this guy just throws it out of the park. This is just a fantastic, beautiful figure all around. If you can find this guy for a decent price, I recommend picking this up, because he is just so nice to look at. I have his Seiken, but like, for some odd reason, the yellow piece of his Seiken just fell out, and I can never find it again. So yeah, that's why I don't display him with his Seiken, because it's just it doesn't hit the same, you know. And Slash here, I mean, I don't really got nothing to say about this guy. This is I guess left leg's kind of loose. It's just, I mean, it's not that much of a deal breaker to me, but it's just kind of sad. Alright, we are getting close to the end here. Alright, the next two, the duo Kamen Riders. For Vice, goddammit. This guy's a pretty nice fun to pose around. He's kind of a goofy little dude. Little devious, little goober. But the one thing I hate is his rubber pieces. Like, they attract a lot of dust and like fucking particles or some shit, because like, I don't even know how the fuck he got that dent on his scarf. How the fuck, like, one day I just looked at this figure and he had a dent right there. Like, what? How did it even get on there? Like, you can't even remove it either. It's near impossible. So yeah, this figure just brings out the worst in me, because like, when I just see that, I just fucking hate this dude. I hate the character also in the show. I'm not a big fan of Vice. Honestly, I don't understand the appeal of Vice. I just don't really like him. But he's a nice SH figure arts. I just hate that his foot cannot go back even more. Like, what kind of articulation is that? It limits the posability for this figure. And this shit is just rubbery. You can't really bend it and it lets it stay in place. It's just on a ball joint, which is hinge, swivel. So yeah, it's kind of useless. Same thing with this scarf piece. It's just annoying. But Revi here, I really love the blue paint on this guy. Though I wish the printing on the pink printing here is kind of more vibrant. It just looks faded. Same thing on Vice with his like dinosaur logo on his chest piece. It just faded. Like, it doesn't match the tone of the pink they used for the plastic. So yeah, I just wish it was a little bit more vibrant. But this guy has the same problem. I think it's just the newer figures that has this problem where they can't really bend their foot all the way back. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, he's a nice figure, man. I got both he and Vice in a lot together. Like, you can find Vice and Revive for like super cheap. Both of them for $20. I've seen these guys go for even lower. I guess they don't really love Vice and Revive. That's why they're selling their collections of these guys. But I was able to snag a good price for these guys. But yeah, these are nice figures all around. It just sucks that these pink printing is kind of ass. And also, this Vice stamp loves to fall out his belt, which is a major problem because you can easily lose tiny things like these. Alright, one of my newest additions to my figures is Geats. I mean, what can I say about this figure that hasn't already been said? He's a fantastic sculpted character. Like, he's such a baller. Just a nice figure all around. These exhaust moves, just nicely sculpted. though. This is just not wired, so it just kind of flaps around, and I'm afraid that this will kind of break over time. I don't really think it's a QC issue. I think it's just that they couldn't really print the white on the nose. Oh, can it focus, please? Oh yeah, see? The white doesn't really line up. I'm guessing that's just they couldn't like get it on with their printing press or whatever. But this figure is still nice. I guess the biggest problem is like mine has some few QC issues. Like there's a dent in the armor for some reason, and just like I don't think it'll pick up on camera, but on his like fox ears, it's like some rough kind of paint on here, and it can't be removed. It just looked like somebody got an X-Acto knife and kind of just scraped it a little bit. But yeah, mine just has some few QC issues, but other than that, it's pretty nice. Alright, I almost forgot this one, my Don Momotaro. Wait, did I say Don Momotaro? No, I mean just Momotaros. I don't know what the fuck was I thinking. But yeah, this guy, nicely sculpted. He comes with nice accessories too. And a sword too. Like this guy, you can't go wrong with this SH Figuarts. He's just nice to pose, nice to goof around with. And like, he's just a nice figure all around. But like for some reason, when you bend the knees and you try to bring it back, it kind of fucks with this knee pad. Kind of scrapes against it. Shit loves to slide up and down. I don't know if it's just my copy that does this, but it's quite annoying. But it's not the biggest problem. And these horns, oh my god. Like one drop and you're fucking fucked. And now I'm going to get into figures that are not really SH Figuarts, but like they're Kamen Rider figures, so I'm gonna count it. My Figure Standard Kamen Rider Kuga Custom. It's supposed to be like a battle damaged Kuga. I really love how he turned out. The reason I made this guy into battle damage was because I had this on a shelf and like he face planted and his horn broke off. I could never find that piece again. And I basically tore this guy apart until I thought of making this guy battle damage. So yeah, this is how he came to be. So yeah, I like to display this guy with a plastic cape, but I'm not going to show you right now because I have it in like a shelf or some shit. I don't feel like taking it out. But yeah, this is a nice first custom, I guess. I really want to get into customs, but like SH figures are kind of expensive, so maybe I have to make more Figure Standard customs, I guess. But yeah, this one's not bad for my first attempt at a custom. Figure Standard Kamen Rider Skull. I got this guy for a good price because his box was damaged. But my biggest gripe was that the scarf, if you try to take it out, it would just break on you, which is kind of sad. As you can see. And his hat, over time, his hat will not stay on. I have to use like sticky tack for his hat to stay on properly. And the stickers, oh my god, the stickers, Jesus Christ, I fucking hate stickers. It just looks so terrible. When I need to go back and paint this guy for real. But yeah, this guy's not bad. Oh yeah, he doesn't have toe pivot, which is annoying. Kamen Rider Figmas. I had like made a YouTube short about these guys. Here's Verde or Camo, because the Figmas were based off of Dragon Knight, so I'm gonna just call it by the American names. Camo here, and it's alright, but he's just super short, even compared to the SH Figuarts Verde. He's super short, not really worth getting unless you're in a bind. I also have many figures like bundled up in a bag. As you can see here, I just have these guys in a bag. This was Verde's bag, or Camo, with his stand and weapons and hands. I was thinking about selling these guys because I don't really have a use for them anymore, because I have the SH Figuarts Raya and Camo. There's a Sting. So yeah, I got like his evil whip or whatever it was called was missing the top part. So yeah, I kind of got scammed when I bought this guy. And this was the bootleg Kabuto I was talking about, scraped for parts. I was able to take off his like Kabuto horn thingy, so I maybe use that as like a custom to represent that scene where Decade kicked the shit out of him and his horn fell off. So yeah, maybe we'll use that. Kamen Rider Tajador, Kamen Rider O's. just have this guy in the back because his arm broke off and I can't really fix him, so I just have him chilling in the back for now. In a figure, I recently reviewed the Kamen Rider Buffa. If you want my full thoughts on this figure, just watch the review I have on my channel. Currently he's headless because I was swapping him with geets and stuff like that. And as you can see, I have his head here, and I'm missing the horn because this guy fucking fell and his horn just fell into the abyss. I don't know where it went. I can't find it. I super glued it on back and it didn't help because it just flew away. So now I just don't even want to display it anymore because who wants a one horn Buffa, you know? That's kind of sad. That's basically all my figures that I have. So far, 2020 to 2024 collection. I hope to get more, but nowadays these figures are super overpriced. The only good deals you're going to get on these figures is if they're broken or missing parts. So my collection probably won't grow in a while, so yeah. But this is just a rough overview of all the Kamen Rider figures that I have, action figures that I have. So yeah, I basically hope you enjoyed this video. It was nice looking back on all the figures I have and giving you a little bit of what I like and don't like about these figures. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, I guess.